Hi guys, welcome to class. Today we're going to have a tour of London, a virtual tour of London. I've got some very interesting facts about London that I didn't know, that you probably don't know either. And what we're going to do is we're just going to read these together, talk about them, and go on a virtual tour using Google Streetview. Yeah, so I'm not the perfect tour guide. I'm not an expert on London, although I come from 1 hour away from London, so very close, and I go there of course often. But I'm not an expert. Okay, so we'll see. Rodolfo, you're there. Cool.
Hello, Martin.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Cool. So good to, not too bad. Good to speak with you again. Are you ready for the tour?
Yes, I'm ready.
Cool. Have you ever been to London?
No, but I know some places from books I've read.
Cool. Okay. So in that case, you can share with us in a minute. Yeah. So maybe you know stuff that I don't know and stuff. So that should be interesting. Okay. Hugo then joined us.
Hello.
Good to speak with you. Are you right?
Yeah, I'm right.
Cool. And have you been to London?
No, but I really want.
Okay. So on Street View, we're going to London today. Cool. And Lewis is there. Hello, Lewis. Your friend's there. I don't know if you noticed, but that's cool. Okay, we'll come back to you when it works. Okay, so I put a link onto Verbling, which I'll then send to you right now. So you should be able to open this. And this has got really unusual facts, or some interesting facts and stuff. And we're going to read these together and discuss. Okay, and I've got Street View as well. So I'll share my screen with you, so you can see on the map. And also I'll ask you if you have any questions about London or about places that you know of. And then also at the end, if we have time, we'll talk about your cities and things like this. Okay? So, Nicholas is there as well.
Yes, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you today?
Well, thank you very much.
So, yeah? So it's all right. Okay, and Julio. Hello, Julia. Okay, we'll come back to you as well. By the way, this is a government website, so of course, maybe it's a little biased, meaning talking about all the good things. Okay, so if you have any questions about bad things of London, feel free to ask, because there are, of course, in any big city there are bad things. Okay, so if you want to know any particular things that you've heard, maybe, oh yeah, loads of people get killed in London because of, then you can ask me, okay, and I'll try to answer. So, okay. Let's have a look. Well, firstly, Rodolfo, you suggested some places that you already know about. Could you share with us these places and what you know about them?
Are you talking?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, I've read in some books about London and some landmarks of London. For example, there's the well-known Tower of London.
Yep, sure.
And also Tower Bridge.
Yep.
There is a bridge that is near the Tower of London, I think. And also there's the London Eye, that is a big wheel. I don't know how to say if there's another name.
Yeah, so it's a big, I would say, what do you call it?
Yes.
A big, not carousel, a big, yeah, wheel, yeah, you can say a big wheel.
And there's also a very particular building that I think it's like the Gherkin.
The Gherkin, yeah, the Gherkin.
Yes.
I'll show you. Okay, so for those who don't know, I'll just have a look at these now so you can see the Gherkin. In fact, it's not so unusual now. This is kind of old and boring. We've got some other newer, weirder ones than this, yeah? So this is the Gherkin. It's actually called, I can't remember the official name, it's not really called the Gherkin, but we call it the Gherkin because it looks like one. Yeah. Do you all know what a gherkin is?
It's a cucumber, like a cucumber.
Yeah, it's like a small pickled cucumber. So we call it like a cucumber, yeah? So it looks strange. Yeah, and that's not too far from Tower Bridge. And yeah, you can just see here, Tower Bridge and things like this. Okay, so that's the Gherkin. And also you mentioned the Tower of London. I'll just show you this really quickly. old buildings amongst very modern buildings, and it does look a bit strange, but it's still quite interesting. And in the Tower of London, this is the Tower of London. It's very close to Tower Bridge. There is the. Do you know what this is, Nicholas? Are you there, or did you pop out for a bit?
Yes, here I am.
No worries, no worries. Okay, do you know what this crown is called? Can you see on my screen? Maybe you can't. Wait.
The London Eye. I see a London Eye over there. I don't know which one.
Okay, this one. Can you see?
Yes, I don't even know what that is.
So this is the crown of jewels, and this is the Queen's crown, which is why Tower Bridge is famous. But actually, there's a bad story about this, and now I'm going to talk a bit about the bad side of things. Yeah. So apparently, these jewels are actually stolen jewels, and they belong to India. Yeah. So that's the rumor. And I think I heard, please go, India wanted them back. Yeah. So there's a bad story about this. Apparently, these jewels are stolen, but these are the Queen's jewels. Yeah. So I don't know what's happened about this. But if you go to London, you can see the Queen's crown in this building, the Tower of London. Okay, let's ask someone else. Hugo, what do you know about London, and what have you heard? Yeah, so any places?
Yeah, just the same of Rodolfo. London Bridge. Oh, let me see. That building, Gherkin. I didn't know the name. I know right now.
So
I don't know, just the basic. Yeah, the Big Bang.
Yeah. So like in Japan, I've asked a lot of people about Big Ben and stuff like that. And I get a lot of questions like, "What's Big Ben?" Yeah. So seriously, it's very funny. But Big Ben, yeah, you all know about Big Ben, right, Lewis? Lewis? Oh, he's not there. He's gone. Okay, so Rebecca has also joined. Okay, just check it and we'll come back. Hopefully it's okay. Okay, in that case, Nicholas, have you got any more things to add?
About what?
About
The
London.
Big Bang Theory?
No.
London?
Good, bad,
No.
ugly, beautiful, anything.
Ugly, Cockney. And
Yeah,
then, and then, no, actually, I don't have any clue about London. I don't
No
know
worries.
London.
Okay, in that case, what we're going to do now is we're going to read together this text about some facts, and we'll tour it on Street View, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll get each of you to read a fact, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so I sent it to you. I'll send it again, just for those who are maybe watching. Here we go.
Yeah.
And I'll get Hugo maybe to read first.
Okay.
The first fact.
I start from the first one.
Yes, please.
Yes. 20 facts about London's culture. Here are 20 of the many reasons why London is one of the most culturally vibrant cities in the world. 3 of the top 10 museums and galleries in the world are in London, and 857 art galleries in total.
Okay, yeah, so is anyone interested in art?
Yeah, me.
Perfect, cool. And what type of art?
Yeah, like Van Gogh, you know this.
So, like,
just
so kind of traditional art, yeah? So things like this. Not things like modern art.
no, not contemporary.
Okay, and in London there's a famous modern art gallery. It's not. There's one in New York, I think, but that's even better. But there's one in London that's free to go into, because most of the museums and galleries are free. You don't have to pay. And there's one that's really, the building is very, very, very ugly. Has anyone heard of the Tate Modern? Rodolfo? Tate Modern.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Have you heard of...
Captain Morgan?
I don't know if this is an international gallery, like with branches around the world. I'm not sure. I've heard maybe there's a Tate in maybe Paris. To be honest, I'm not sure. But I don't know if it's in your country. Yeah. So Tate. It's just a London one. I'm not sure. But Tate Modern is just basically a modern art gallery, and they have very, very. To be honest, I don't understand the art. I really don't. In this gallery, because some of the art is. Okay, Hugo, are you an artist?
No, I'm not. I just appreciate.
Okay, can I just show you? I can't remember what it is, but there's one bit of art that I always, because I usually go in here when it's raining, yeah, because it's free and it's quite interesting and it's quite conveniently located. So if it's raining in London, which is most times, I pop in there. Okay, but there's a piece of art in this gallery which I honestly don't understand why it's art. Yeah, and I just want to find it for you. Yeah, this one. Okay, all it is a mirror on a canvas. That's it. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see this. It's a mirror
Yes, I can see.
stuck on a canvas, yeah, and it's called something like mirror on canvas, yeah, and apparently
Yes.
loads of tourists take a photo of this, and I hear all the time Americans talking about how wonderful it is, but I'm there going, what? Yeah, I don't understand. It's, for me, it's just in my bathroom, yeah?
Yes, you're right. Maybe the artist put some description of what this is about.
Okay. So,
Maybe he put a clue about what this is about.
that's
Yeah,
interesting.
sometimes the art, sometimes it's beyond the art itself. Sometimes you just read the description to think, oh, that's right. No, just to understand what this is about.
Okay, so you're saying that you can create art from anything, just create a good description.
No, no, I'm not saying that.
Oh, look, I have a water
No,
glass. What could this represent? Yeah. Sell it to Tate Modern for millions of pounds, yeah. No, but the thing is, though, this gallery do pay a hell of a lot of money for the art. They don't really say, unless it's a big price, how much they paid, but I can imagine them paying a lot of money for this. Yeah, and seriously, and also things like there's a red square on a yellow circle. Yeah, and you get loads of people going, oh, yeah, so this is so vivid, this is describing it for ages, and they're going, you what? Yeah. So things like this. There's a lot of modern galleries modern art galleries in London, and also traditional ones as well. How is it in your cities? Yeah. So do you have a gallery like this, and do you go there and do you understand this kind of art? So Rodolfo, what would you say? Rodolfo, do you have galleries like this, and have you ever been in one?
Like that, like the mirror ones.
Yeah.
Not like that. There are some galleries that are more like museums, and here they expose the work of many sculptors,
Yep.
and they are very interesting. Most of the times, more like surrealistic art.
Okay, so it's not like it's so simple as putting a mirror on the wall. Yeah, well,
No.
well done, artist. Yeah, it's more like sculptures, yeah, and models. Also, there's another one I've seen, and it's basically showing how poo is made. If I say poo, do you understand that, Nicholas? Yeah, poo.
Yes.
So there's a big model which shows how poo is made. Yeah, and I can't remember the name, but I'll just try and find your phone. Wait, if I come up. Wait, not that. Honestly, I don't know, but I remember seeing it. I don't know. I honestly don't know how to search for it, but it's a big model which shows how poo is made when you eat. Yeah, and it actually makes poo. Yeah, it's quite weird. You see this and thinking, what the fudge? Yeah. Okay, so stuff like this. Nicholas, what about in your city? Yeah, are there galleries like this? Have you ever been to them?
Yes, museums, but museums about some paintings and so on. But no mirrors over here. But we did have art made by animals. I don't know, the trunk of an
I forgot the
elephant.
name. So they put
Yeah,
they stuff them.
Yeah, exactly. They use the trunk of the elephant, and the elephant starts, rubbing the trunk in the painting, and then a monkey and so on. That's the only weird thing I have, but not a glass.
Yeah, so
And yes, we have a lot of
so you
museums
see the
like
things.
that.
I don't know if we have these, but I've seen these kind of stuffed animals and stuff. But you're saying they actually make the art with the animals' pieces, yeah? So like the trunk,
Yeah.
they do something with it.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
That's the only hidden we had.
And Lilia, what? Oh, Lilia's just joined. Okay, we'll come back. Just check your settings, just in case it's muted or whatever, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so let's go on. So they're saying that what did they say? 3 of the top 10 museums and galleries in the world are in London. I don't know what these museums and galleries are, but there are also good museums for free. The biggest one's probably the British Museum. It's just the things from Egypt and things, but that's very, very big, and also it's free. The Science Museum is also pretty cool, even if you're not interested. This is also free, and there's lots of gadgets, technology and stuff, and you can play with it. And good exhibits like this, yeah? So it's pretty good, and again, it's free. You can just donate money if you want to, but you don't have to. I never donate. I buy something in the shop or whatever, but I don't donate. Maybe I should, I'm not sure, I don't know. But anyway, okay, so this is the Science Museum. Okay, so let's go to the next fact. Nicholas, would you like to read?
Okay. London has 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites: Tower of London, Maritime Greenwich, Westminster Palace, which includes Westminster Abbey and St. Margaret's Church, as well as Kew Royal Botanic Gardens.
I'm trying to... What's St. Margaret's Church? Okay, right. I think that's maybe the Cockney one. I can't remember. Yeah, let's have a look. So the Tower of London we talked about already. So that was the bit with the crown of jewels that I showed you. Maritime Greenwich. I'm big. I don't know if you've attended these kind of classes before, but I'm a big fan of Greenwich. It's like a town in the city. I'll show you some pictures, but it's a very, very cool part of London because it feels like a really small town. But it's just in the city, and you can see the city from Greenwich. So if you look, this is like the streets of Greenwich, and yeah, it's just like a small market town, and it's a very nice place to live. Quality of life is good, but it's also very convenient to get to the centre. So it's a bit less busy if you don't want to be busy. And also the rents here, if you choose either in the future or whatever to live in London, it's cheaper to live here because it's not in the centre. But it's still quite good. Okay, so this is Greenwich, and Maritime Greenwich. There is a thing here called the Cutty Sark. It's a big boat, and to be honest, I don't know if Leon's watching something, but he would know about this, I'm sure. But this is like a big boat. I think it was used in the Empire, something I'm not sure. But you can see this there. A couple of years ago, it completely burnt down. There's a big fire, and there's a big problem. And they had to restore it. So this is a really important boat. I don't know why, but you can see this in Greenwich, and it burnt down. It set fire somehow. Yeah. So, but it's quite a cool boat. So that's Greenwich, and that's one of the UNESCO, whatever it's called. What was it called? UNESCO World Heritage Sites. What about in your countries, guys? Yeah. Do you have any of these World Heritage Sites?
Yes, I think Mexico has like.
Yeah,
almost
is it the pyramids?
30.
Is it the pyramids? Like them?
Oh, yes, the pyramids, and also many ruins of the prehistoric empires, and also some of the historic centers of the cities.
Could you show us some pictures, like of the pyramids and stuff? Because I've seen some pyramids, like pictures of pyramids in South America and stuff, but I don't know what it's like in Mexico. Could you find us some pictures as we're talking? And also the rest of you, if you've got some pictures of like World Heritage Sites or anything like that, please always share, yeah? So it's about sharing as well. Lilia, are you there? Okay, yeah, I still can't hear you. Just check, but stay with us, and hopefully it works very soon. Okay, so Conrad said, from London... Yep, please.
Just a little question. Do I post a link in the chat?
Yeah, if you like. Yeah, just so we can share, or you can share your screen as you like.
No, you can continue talking, and I post the link.
No worries, cool. Okay, and that goes to the rest of you. Hugo, if you have something you'd like to share, go for it, yeah? Why not? Okay, Corin said from London Eye, the National Gallery in Tower of London. Below her, London's most visited tourist attractions. Many of the attractions in the top 10 are free. But the London Eye is very, 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 well, maybe not very expensive, but I find it expensive. I've only been on it once, and I don't know if I'll go on again. Yeah, I think it's good for tourists. The London Eye is this thing, and I guess you've heard about this, but it's basically one big capsule, and you can get a very, very nice view of London. So it's on the Thames, right by Big Ben, and yeah. For New Year's, it lights up, and it's the main spot for the fireworks and stuff like that. But it's quite good, right by Big Ben, you can get a good view. But again, the price, I think it's like £15 or £20, so it's quite expensive. So that's maybe $22, $50 to $30 maybe. Around this, just for half an hour. It goes for half an hour. It's very slow. One way is half an hour. It's quite expensive, I think. Yeah, so I've only gone in it once. I probably wouldn't go again. Well, to be honest, I would like to, but the price, I don't know if it's worth it. Although there is an alternative, yeah. Although the view is not so good. Recently, I think last year, I haven't been on this yet. I really want to go on it. It's called the. The view is good. Oh wait, there's a crash. No wait. Yeah, so what it is a cable car, and this is just public transport. This is not for tourists. This is just public transport, and it's a cable car from one side of the river to the other side of the river. Can you see?
Yeah.
And with this, I'll show you because I've got it in my wallet. Maybe 1 second. You use an Oyster card to get around London. Yeah, I'll just show you my screen. Okay, so to get around London on the Underground, you use a Oyster card. Well, you should use an Oyster card, and this is this thing. And all you do is you just top up the money, so you should have money beforehand, and beep it every time you use the public transport. And you can use this with this cable car as well. So it's not so expensive. Maybe it's about £4 or something to go on this cable car, and it's a lot cheaper than going on the London Eye. But I don't know about the view for this because this is just for public transport to get across the river. But yeah, that's an alternative, and I'll write this name down for you if you like. So it's called the Emirates.
How long it lasts?
It's very quick.
Oh.
I haven't been in it myself, but I think it's quite quick. So maybe 10 minutes or so, or 5 minutes. I'm not sure. So I don't know. It will say here, I think. But to be honest, I don't know about the view because it's in the east of London. But I'm sure you'll be able to see something. Yeah, you can see the stadium and things. But I don't know how long it takes. It's 1 kilometre, so it operates at 6 miles a second. So I don't know how long it'll take. But yeah. Oh wait. It provides a crossing every 15 seconds. So there's lots of crossings, but it doesn't say. But I can send you this if you're interested. You can look at this later. Okay, so that's the Airlink. And I think that was built for the Olympics, so that's very, very, very new. I haven't been on it yet. Okay, any more questions, points? Well, wait. Rodolfo put something. Cool.
That's Chichen Itza.
And where is it?
That's in the Yucatan Peninsula in the southern part of Mexico. It's near the Mayan Ribera.
And can you go inside the pyramids, or is it just something to watch?
No, you can only watch because it has, as it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site, people are not allowed to get near the pyramid. But people you could usually go up the stairs.
Yeah.
And do a ritual in the equinox.
Okay, so you can still do something, you just can't go inside, just to protect it.
I think you can't go near the pyramid. You can't.
So they put a barrier or something?
Yes, it's protected now.
It's a bit like this with Stonehenge, if you've heard about this. Stonehenge is like near a place. I was talking with my mum about this, and she was saying that when she was a girl, she could go with her friends and climb on the stones because it wasn't blocked, it wasn't protected, and you can just climb on this, and it was okay. But now it's completely blocked off because it's protected, and I'm wondering if it's the same in Mexico where... Oh, sorry, I can hear some echo. We'll come back. I'm wondering if it's the same in Mexico where you could, before you could go on it, but now you can't.
Yes.
I thought that UNESCO World Heritages were public, but I don't think so right now. As Rodolfo said, that they couldn't enter the pyramid.
I'm not sure yet. So I keep hearing like lots of different names for stuff like protected things, but I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, okay. So Hugo also sent something. Let's have a look. Wait. Where did you put it? I'll just show on screen. Yeah, so this is just like this, yeah? So this is, to be honest, this is a better cable car, yes. I have to hands up.
We have,
yeah,
here we have some World Heritage from Argentina.
Have you put a link?
That's one. I am seeing in UNESCO, because I don't even know what we have from UNESCO World Heritage here.
To be honest, I don't know what UNESCO is. Shh. Okay, right. Does anyone know? Can anyone tell me? I know it's some protective organisation, but what is it?
From the United Nations.
Perfect. Good. Yeah. Albert. Yeah. So, good to speak with you, Albert. How are you? Yes, he's okay. I can't hear you just yet. We can't hear you just yet. We can just see you. Okay, so check your microphone. We'll come back to you. Okay, just here. Okay, and hopefully it's all right. Okay, so we'll, oh, he's gone. He's gone. Okay, so Nicholas, did you send something?
Look at it. It is here. UNESCO. Well, I will post it again.
This 3HC thing.
I was linking again. Okay.
Cool. Okay, this is in the south, right? This must be.
Yes, exactly. It's a national park.
Have you been there?
No.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so most of the places I haven't been either yet.
Yes. Then we have a. Well, I'm looking at the UNESCO.org. I'm looking what we have here in Argentina, and it says Iguazu National Park. Well, that's a very Las Cataratas del Iguazu, that's very good. Iguazu waterfalls. I don't know if you have seen them.
No, can you send?
Okay, here you have it. There you are. Why don't you look at the UNESCO.org? That's so lazy of me. Anyway.
Okay, so this is quite cool, yeah? So, what is the brown stuff?
The what?
The brown stuff. Is it like some mineral or something? You know, I'm asking you, you're like, what? I don't know. Yeah, don't ask me these questions. Okay.
Yeah, this is very good to visit.
The thing is, I wouldn't want to canoe here, yeah? Can you imagine just canoeing or kayaking right there and then... But
no, but you have like...
That's the point. Is it protected? So if you, for example, went on a boat somewhere further down the river, are you aware that there's a massive waterfall?
Yes, I think you do. But here, you could. The thing is that the only thing that prevents you from going to that waterfall is your security. But you can go over there. By the way, a film was filmed there. It is
was
called,
shot. Yeah, a film was shot there.
Was shot over there. It's called oh, The Mission, and Robert De Niro worked there. And well, they shot that the movie there in the Iguazu waterfalls, and you even see Robert De Niro climbing one of the waterfalls.
But not really. It was just that effect.
Not really. But the thing is that they could be there. I mean, you can be under the waterfall, and you can, with some protections. The only thing that prevents you from doing that is your security, because you could be hurt.
God, yeah. So it's quite scary. I'd like to see it, but from a distance. And the thing is also, if you're there, like, yeah, from London, yeah, that's okay. But the thing is, if you're there, do you feel the water spraying on you?
I don't know because I haven't been there. But anyway, I think I don't know. I don't really know. But the
But
thing
would
is,
you go? Because for me,
yes, I would go everywhere. I would go everywhere, everywhere.
because lots of people say to me like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to UK. Where should I visit?" Blah, blah, blah. And to be honest, I haven't been to. Well, I've been to, of course, lots of places, but not to maybe the big tourist places that people go to. Yeah. So, for example, I've never been to Oxford. Never. Yeah. And everyone's saying, "Yeah, why haven't you?" Or yeah, other places like this and things like this. And I guess it's because if it's your own country, you don't pay much attention to these things. Yeah. Loads of tourists when they go to Argentina will probably go to this place, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's cool. Okay, any more comments? Lilio, is it working now? Not yet. Just please check here to make sure everything's okay and everything's connected. Okay, so just check the settings maybe. And we'll go on. So, Rodolfo, please could you read the next fact? Oh, actually, before you do that, I'm curious as to what St. Margaret's Church is because I can't remember what it is, and to be honest, I don't know. So, let's have a look at this. See if I can remember. If it's interesting. It might not be. It might just be a church. Oh, really? Oh, I wouldn't call it this. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's just at Westminster Abbey. Okay, that's okay. So it's this thing. I know this thing, but I didn't know the name of it, and that's really bad. Because I think everyone knows this name.
Oh, I always wanted to know what's the west, how do you say that?
Westminster.
Westminster Palace. I don't know what is that. What?
Big Ben. Yeah. So 1 second. Where Big Ben is. Yeah, but everyone just calls it Big Ben. Yeah, but the whole building. This is like where the politicians live and drink whiskey. This is called Westminster Palace. The tower is called now it's called Elizabeth's Tower, but it was called Tower. And the bell is called Big Ben. Something with a Saint, yeah, probably, maybe. Okay, so this whole thing is called Westminster Palace. Yeah, but I would just call it Big Ben. Yeah, that's all you need to know, Big Ben. Because no one calls it Westminster Palace. Yeah, officially it is. Yeah, you'd see this in the books, but everyone's saying I'm going to Big Ben. And what else did it say there? So Westminster.
Marty.
Yep, please.
There's a conversation between two folks here in the chat, and one of them said that you need to convince them that you are not pretending to live in here. What the Londoners hate tourists when they want to live there or something like that?
No, the Londoners don't. It's just immigration, yeah. So like everywhere.
Yeah.
But but that's depending on your intention. So I would agree with this. Immigration is very, very scary. So many times I brought foreigners to London, like I've flown back them from Germany, whatever, and even though they're not German, they just have like a visa to work in Germany and stuff, and they're allowed to go to the UK. The questions there, to be honest, my heart beats as well, yeah. And I've got nothing to hide because I'm British, but the questions they're like, so why are you coming to London? Really quickly, they're very rude as well. Yeah, I tried to help a friend out by saying, yeah. So what he's doing is he's blah, 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 and he told me to shut up. Yeah, so they're very, very rude. And to be honest, it's embarrassing for me because it's the worst first impression you can get. Because you go there, you're tired from your flight, and they just go boo, 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 boo. Yeah, show us when you're leaving. Where's your boarding pass? Yeah, they're like, why? How long will you stay? Where will you stay? Yeah, have you got enough money to cover your stay? Really, they're quite boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so not so friendly.
Yeah, they pester you. Yeah.
Yeah. And
a lot.
But also, it's not just. It's also Americans have this as well. If Americans go to London, and also vice versa. When I went to New York, I had these kind of questions in New York, and it's quite scary. And so I like America, I like the idea of America, but yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, so I won't stay. It's okay.
Here in Argentina, the politicians or whatever, whoever should should prevent, should see who is coming here, aren't like that. But the people is like that. I mean, it's not the person who is, I don't know how to say it, in the government,
Yeah.
who tells you not to come.
So it's the people, yeah. So
Yeah, it's the people. If it were for them, everyone could come, everyone could do whatever they want, and there's no, how can I say, barrier or something like that.
yeah.
But here in Argentina, the people is really, really racist. A little, some of them, maybe.
Well,
but-
it's,
but,
I think every country you get the racism and things like this, and you do get the people, in the villages in the UK going, "Yeah, it's Britain for white British people." Blah, 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 blah. But in places like London, you just can't have this attitude, because if you had this attitude, you just wouldn't never live in London. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so mixed. Even things like Manchester is very mixed as well. You can't have this attitude, yeah. So because it's impossible, because maybe, I don't know how many percentage, but look, there's so many foreigners, and it's big, very cosmopolitan and stuff like this. But of course, you get these people like, oh yeah, so foreigners, oh yeah, this kind of thing. Okay, so and in some cases, from some countries, you can come visa free, right? I think that's what people are talking about. I'm not sure. Has anyone looked into coming to London properly, like with the visas and stuff? Does anyone know how it works? Because I have no idea. Yeah, okay, so I don't know if it's complicated, but I was talking to a Russian student, and she was saying she wanted to go to London, and she had to fill pages and pages of documents saying her salary, where she works, how long she's worked there, things like does she have any friends in the UK? Really, really personal questions, and you think, why do they need to know this? But of course, it's to protect the country and stuff. But sometimes it's too much. But anyway, okay. So Westminster Abbey, Westminster Palace, Greenwich, and the Royal Botanic Gardens. Maybe I haven't been there either. Let's have a look. I know of it. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've been there.
Is that true that nowadays London is composed by the union of two districts, the districts of Westminster and the Old London?
Sorry, what was that?
I just read somewhere that the today's London is the union of two other cities, the districts of Westminster and district of London.
Yes. So this is something that's quite confusing. Is that there's two cities in London. So there's the city of Westminster, which is where Westminster Palace and therefore Big Ben is, and there's also the city of London. I don't know if Nicholas knows, but I think we've talked about this before, right? Nicholas, do you remember?
What?
About
What
the
thing?
two cities in London, so City of Westminster and City of London.
No, you haven't talked now about with me.
Does anyone know? Rodolfo, do you know about this?
No, I don't.
No worries. Okay, so I tried to explain very quickly. It's a bit confusing, so maybe, Google it afterwards or something. But there's two cities in London, and what most people think is London is not actually London. It's called the City of Westminster. And I'll just show you to give you an idea. Of Westminster, and on the street it's called Westminster. So where Big Ben is not actually in the City of London. Big Ben is in the City of Westminster, so it's another city.
I see.
But we call it London, and the City of London is very, very small, and it's only about 1.5 kilometers by 1.5 kilometers. So very, very small. The City of London is only 1.5 kilometers in terms of width, and also so it's one square. We call it the square mile. Yeah. So City of London is just this bit. Yeah, just where the finance buildings are. That's all London is. Just this bit. The rest of it is Westminster or London, as in the county. Guys, do you know what a county is? County. Lilia, can we hear you now?
County is like here we call that
Provincia.
yeah, no, the the more little thing. I mean, there are provinces, and then there are inside those provinces there are like districts. I don't
Yeah.
know that.
So, like provinces, like regions, but it's
Province.
divided up. So if you see on my map, the UK, well, England is divided up into counties. My county is Hampshire, but I come from the border of Hampshire and West Sussex. So actually, there's more counties. There's West Sussex and there's East Sussex. I come from the border of Hampshire and West Sussex, and London is a county. So, but the county of London is a much bigger area than London itself. So you can live in London even if you don't live in the city of London or in central London. Yeah. So it would say, for example, if you lived in the city of London, your address would be blah, 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 the city of London, London. Yeah, that would be your address. Okay. So it would say the city of London, London, or Westminster, London. So always say London, but Westminster is in the county of London. And this is not a city, this is a county. So there's the city of London, and there's also London as a county. So my address would be Petersfield, Hampshire. Yeah, so that's my town is Petersfield, and my town is my county is Hampshire. Yeah, so that's how it works. So it would say London, London. And maybe it's the same in your countries, I'm not sure. Is it comparable?
Yes, it's similar.
Yes, like here in Brazil, we have the state of São Paulo and the city of São Paulo.
So say Sao Paulo, Sao Paulo.
Yes,
If you
Yes.
live there, yeah.
you can have you can live in different cities, but in the same state.
Yeah, so it's a bit like I guess in America they've got New York State, New York City. Yeah, maybe it's a bit like that.
Yes.
But within London, what we think is London is usually Westminster as well, where the tourist attractions are. Okay,
Here in
Rodolfo.
Mex- I wanted to say that here in Mexico we have, well, the country is named Mexico, and we have Mexico City, and also Mexico State, but this Mexico City isn't in Mexico State.
Okay, so you can't say Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Rodolfo, drive, Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. No, not quite.
No, but it's near. Martin, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
Are there many cultural difference between one part of England to another? Because I just was wondering that because, for example, the state of Chihuahua in Mexico, where I'm from, it has the same territory as the whole England. But you know, there's no difference between one place to another. And I also wanted to ask you if how much time do you do from traveling from one place to another there?
So it's because it is very, very small country. What I consider a long distance is what other people can. It's very funny, particularly speaking with people from Russia and stuff. Yeah, because I consider a long journey maybe 3 hours. Yeah, so 3 hours in the car. 4 hours is a long journey for me. Yeah, but they're saying, oh no, it's nothing. But it depends. To get from the two furthest points away from each other are Land's End and John of Groats. 1 second. Land's End. Okay, so this is a popular place for people. People want to cycle and stuff, but Land's End is the lower end of Cornwall. So I'll just show you here. So the furthest distance you can get in the UK is Land's End, which is just here in Cornwall at the bottom, to John of Groats, which is in the top of Scotland. So this is the longest point, yeah. And I don't know how long it takes, but if you want this the maximum journey, I'll tell you how long it takes by car. 1 second. Is 874. It takes about 12 hours to get from the two furthest points. 12 hours or so. I don't know how that compares, yeah, but 12 hours for me is a very long journey. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, so that's the furthest. But there's also a fact that there's nowhere in the UK that's maybe 100 kilometers from the sea, yeah, because it is an island. There's nowhere, so everyone's by the sea. It's just that the sea is very cold and dirty, yes, so no one wants to go. But yeah, okay, so that's that. Any more questions or comments?
Nope.
Cool, let's go to the next one. So, who would like to read?
Yeah, maybe I can read.
Yes, please.
Where we stopped?
Just to 3, please.
3. Okay. There are more languages spoken in London than in any other city in the world.
Yeah, and people say there's like something like 300 languages are spoken in London on a daily basis. Yeah, so because people come from lots of different countries, 300. And if you walk down the streets, you can hear lots of languages. Yeah, you can sometimes walk down a street and not hear English. It's possible. And it's happened to me several times, thinking, oh yeah, so, but the things you want to know what people are saying, yeah, that's, because I'm naturally maybe nosy, I want to know what they're saying, yeah, but I can't understand. But it's quite interesting. In areas like Chinatown, for example, we have this area, which is quite cool. Guys, I'm not going to use Street View because I think it would take too long. I think we'll just use pictures, that's all right. Okay, so Chinatown, like mini China, yeah, so, and there's this in most cities in the world, I think. In New York, they have a Chinatown. But it's just, they've designed it so it's a bit like China. Of course, it's not really like China. But there's Chinese supermarkets, there's Chinese restaurants.
Oh, we have a lot of here.
Like, yeah, can you show us a picture? Because they've all...
Yeah. Well, there's the main Chinatown, but, you know, we have some Chinatowns. Hold on a second.
Quite a few. Oh, sorry, I wasn't making my screen big. Hugo, is it the same in Sao Paulo? So with Chinatown?
Yeah, the same as Sao Paulo.
Over here, we have, you know, this actor. I don't know the name of this. But, he visited Chinatown here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the bad guy of Spider-Man, the first of Spider-Man. I don't know what's the name of that person, but he was here. Yeah.
Yeah, here we call the Bairro da Liberdade, or Chinatown.
And it's all in China as well. China as well. It's quite interesting because you can go to a bank in Chinatown, just a normal, even British bank, or whatever, and everything's in Chinese as well. Yeah, so it's quite unusual. It's quite cool.
Yeah.
But in these areas, do you get many Chinese people living in these areas, or is it just for Argentinians or Brazilians? Yeah, so is it for you, or is it for like some kind of Chinese community?
Yeah, I think it's both. They attract tourists and they attract the people from China too.
Yeah. Common stuff, yeah. So it's quite cool. Especially at Chinese New Year, they have lots of celebrations and things. But yeah, okay. But the thing is, there's only like a Chinatown. I don't know if there's any other kind of town, like an Indian town or something. I'm not sure. That's cool. In fact, it's but not officially. Yeah, not like an official Indian town. But there's a part where lots of people from India live and have their businesses, and it's a very colourful area. It's very, very interesting. Okay, any more points? So Rodolfo, you would say it's the same in Mexico?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, there's a Chinatown as well. I'm disappointed that Chow's not here, yeah, because I wanted to hear his opinions. Chow is Chinese, he usually comes at this time.
Yes.
If there's a Chinatown in Beijing, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, Lilia, are you there? Still not, yeah, so hopefully she can still hear. I'm not sure what's up. Okay, so next fact, who would like to read?
Okay, there are more than 70,000 music performances a year across London's 300 plus venues, including the O2 Arena, the world's most popular music venue for the last 5 years running.
Okay, so the O2, yep, sorry?
Yeah, how can I read 300 what?
Venues. A venue, guys, that's a point. If there's any words that you don't know, just shout out, okay? So a venue is just a place where you hold an event. So a wedding venue would be a place where the wedding is held. Or a sports venue, yeah, is a place where you can play sports. So it's just a place a building or whatever where you hold an event.
That's good.
So there are 300 music venues, yeah. So like concert houses or places for gigs and stuff. The biggest is the O2 Arena, which was the Millennium Dome. But I'll show you this quickly. Not so interesting. It was particularly good. Well, inside it looks okay. Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you get stuck, so maybe I won't be able to hear you because sometimes you get stuck.
The voice.
Yeah, hear you. Yeah.
No.
Hear you.
Okay, what I'm going to try is another headset. It could be the mic. One sec. Okay,
Yeah.
but in the meantime, because also today I'm deliberately speaking a bit quicker, yeah? So, but yeah, I don't know if that's inconvenient. One sec, let me try this. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you
Yes.
clearly, but sometimes you get stuck. It's not your fault either.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Cool, yeah, I'll try it like that. We'll see if that works. Is it clear enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so the O2 Arena is just a popular mobile company, and it's just a big arena for sports and for concerts and stuff. It's quite popular, and it was called the Millennium Dome because they were only going to have it, I think, for the millennium. So I think I've heard that it was going to be just a temporary building. Yeah, temporary means just they build it and they knock it down, but it kind of stuck. And that was also so with the London Eye. The London Eye was only going to be there, I think, for 5 years. I think I heard after 2000, I think it was going to be knocked down after a certain amount of time because it was just to celebrate the millennium. Do you know what this is? The millennium.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just 2000. The year 2000 was the millennium. Okay, Remas is there.
Hello, teacher.
How are you today? Welcome to class. Today we have a tour of London, a virtual tour of London.
Batman opened.
Can you hear?
Yes.
How are you? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, teacher.
Cool. So good to speak with you. Today we're talking about London and also about places in your country or in your cities, which are quite interesting. And we're reading some facts and then we're just discussing. Yeah. So hopefully you can follow, and we'll ask you in a minute. Okay. So just when you get an idea of what we're talking about. So so this is the O2 Arena. Nicholas, where would you go if you want to go to a concert in your country or in your city? Is there a really, really famous place?
A concert, a festival. Yeah, maybe Creamfields or that. There is something called Buenos Aires Trans and so on. But Creamfields was very good some years ago. Now it's a little bad. But I would definitely go to Creamfields.
The thing is the weather good though?
Is the weather good?
Yeah, at the festival. Is it an open air festival? Meaning, is it in a building?
Yes, it's an open festival, and yes, it was. Look, then I went to on my birthday. I went to a festival called Ultra Music Festival, and it was raining, and I was dancing. In the rain, and it was amazing. You don't even care about that. You just, I grab my pants and I grabbed my trousers. I couldn't dance because they were too heavy.
Yeah.
As the water was, and it was very wet. I took it off. And started dancing, and it was an underwear. Dancing.
Yeah, this is in the UK called Glastonbury, and I bet all the pictures were of rainy. No, okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, and because, well, of course the UK is really rainy. It's a bit like this, yeah. So,
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
And
Cream over there.
if you look, it can get very, really, really rainy. And look, here's some floods and stuff like this. And usually every year, but it's quite kind of fun. I've never been to this one, but it's very, very popular. And no one cares, yeah. You just take off your clothes or whatever and just swim in the rain, yeah. So it's kind of like this. and this probably is the most famous festival in the UK called Glastonbury and stuff. But it's, yeah, you need to not bring your best clothes, and you camp as well. Yeah, but that's why I asked you if it's good weather, because in the UK it's too rainy, but you're saying it's also rainy there sometimes for the weather.
Yeah.
Okay, Rodolfo, what about you? Where would you go if you wanted to go to watch some music? Yeah, so in a concert hall or to go to a festival.
Here there aren't many festival or concerts in Monterrey, but there are places for you to go if you want to see a concert or like that. There is a place called Arena Monterrey. It's like a how do you say, a place where there are concerts?
A venue, maybe. Yeah, concert venue.
Yeah, like that. But there aren't any. Even though it's a very large city, there aren't any like that kind of things.
Okay, so there's not so many concert venues and stuff like that. But what about festivals? The open air festivals.
No, I mean there aren't many festivals here. For example, there are some places in Mexico that there are festivals. Like for example, in a place called Guanajuato,
Yeah.
they have the Festival Cervantino. It's like a festival of academic literature.
Yeah.
And also in the city of Aguascalientes, there's the Feria de San Juan, I think, and it's the greatest fair in Mexico.
So you would have these kind of things, and also worth noting, Glastonbury is not in London, yeah. So it's another part. For example, in my city, yeah, there's nothing, yeah. So there's nowhere to go, but you'd have to go to other parts. But in Mexico, you're saying there are festivals, just not in your city and stuff. Okay, that's cool. Remas, what about you? I'll ask you the last point, then we'll have to break up. What about if you wanted to listen to music or go to a concert? Where would you go in your city or country?
I think I will go to a festival that's held in Rabat, the capital of Morocco, and festival that's called Mawazin.
You're in Morocco, did you say?
Yes, yes, yeah.
So in the capital, there's lots and stuff, yeah. So, but I guess you don't have this problem like what I was talking about with Nicholas, where the rain is bad, yeah, and you have to swim, yeah, to watch the music. But for you, it's okay because the weather's good. Guys, we've run up time very, very quickly. It was very interesting speaking with you as normal, as always, some familiar faces, and hopefully speak to you very, very soon. Okay, so take care and have a good day.
Okay. Check it.
Thanks for the class, Martin.
Cheers. No
See
worries.
you.